here, keeping it coy. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. So in today's video, other than the fact that I probably look really rough because I had a rubbish night's sleep last night, we have some visitors. We've got a few YouTubers coming over today. One you've seen here before, two you haven't. So they're just currently visiting another YouTuber in the area, and then they're heading over here very soon. So I've prepped everything ready, the kettles are boiling, and we will snap back to you when they get here. Catch you all in the bizzle. So everyone's here, guys. We're just having a look at my filter house, but the first one you'll recognise. Hiya! Daz, Skeggy Pond, or Skegness Pond Supplies, if you need anything. Aid the Koi Keeper. Hello. If you haven't seen that man's channel, get over and check him out. And everyone knows that one. But Phil from Telford Koi, tagging along. Yeah, they've just been to see Steve from Cat and I, and they're here to see me next, and then they might be going somewhere else. So stay tuned. Well, you'd have probably already seen their videos before this one, but yeah, stay tuned on their channel and see where they've been and where they're going. Catch you all in the bizzle. Hey guys, so Daz has obviously come up, as you saw earlier today. Phil and Adi have just left. They're now on their way to their special guest. But this clip is just to say, Daz, bless his heart, drove all the way up here to deliver my order. Again, look at that, for personal service. Now, obviously, he doesn't do that for everyone, but he was coming to Peterborough direction anyway. So, yeah, Skegness Pond Supplies. You've got your Saki Hakaris on his website now. Not every type, but what he can get hold of at the minute. I've got my LearnX Pro and a box of me infrared bacteria Backy House copy media stuff that will go in my new shower when I finally get round to buying my new shower for over there. But Adi and Phil, they were here. Adi, bless his heart, has bought me some polycarbonate, which is ideal and perfect because instead of all that manky old wood that I was putting up there, that polycarbonate fits, we've just measured it perfectly from about here all the way down to the back, and it'll cover the whole shebang. So that'll be ideal for me. And big shout out as well to Davey, the country koi bloke. That's his old trickle tower. So yeah, that is going to replace that because I can't stop that leaking. I just bought some egg crate from Daz to try putting egg crate in it instead. Yes, it is tilted forward at the minute, which is why it's leaking loads out the front, and it's propped up by a bit of wood and a bit of plastic. But if I leave it perfectly level, it only leaks a little bit from the front, but it also leaks then a little bit from the back. And if it leaks from the back, it goes down here and all over the floor. But as you can see, I get no leakage from the back if it's leaning forward. So yeah, that is going to replace that. It's a bit bigger than that, so I'll be able to fit some more media in there, which is another bonus, and probably run it at a much higher flow. Because looking at this pipe, I'd say that's 1.5 inches that's on there at the minute, and I think I've got some 1.5 inches. In fact, I know I've got some 1.5 inches because all that is 1.5 inches, and I've got loads of the stuff. So yeah, I'll be putting that on there as well. So next time you see that, it'll be all up and running. So a massive thanks to Adi for bringing that up from Davey, and a huge again thanks to Daz, Skegness Pond Supplies, for any of your bits and bobs that you need. And if it's not on his website, ask him. I bet he can get it. Catch you all in a bizzle. Hey guys, yeah, back again. So yeah, they've all left now. We had a lovely morning. Me and the missus have just been out for the afternoon. Back now, done some tests on the pond. Phil, bless his heart, he bought his Hannah chlorine checker down with him to just test my chlorine, because I've been obviously doing my trickling through the 3-stage 10-inch but jumbo dechlorinator, and that's the one thing I've not been able to test very well. I've got DPD4 tablets, but they're not fantastic at checking the old chlorine, and according to his Hannah tester, my pond is at 0. So I'm guessing if that one's at 0, they're all at 0, which is a bonus. So I thought, well, they've been flicking and flashing a little bit lately, so we better get some scrapes done and find out what the score was. And we have Fluke yet again. Still though, it's been not a bad season for me. Had Fluke last in February. I know a lot of people have had it a lot more than that. So yeah, I'm just starting to get all my bits ready. Got me mixing jug. Can't do it in my shaker anymore because of the amount I need. Got 500 ml measured out. Where is it there? 500 ml measured out so far, and that would be for 10,000 litres, but I'm 11.5. So yeah, I was absolutely bob on, 575 ml. So that's now in my bucket. Whoop, whoop. I'm going to go get some pond water. I've got my mixer all ready to go. My old pond and my vats. All I do is I put the measurement in my shaker majigger, what do you call it, sports bottle that I never use as a sports bottle, and shake it up that way. But I don't think it holds 575 ml, to be honest, so it won't work. So yeah, I'm going to go get some pond water and start mixing this up. I'll snap back to you in a second. So we're all set, ready to go. I've got the bucket down here, got the watering can full of pond water down there, and my drill set on there, ready to go. So I'm going to sit you guys down somewhere and get it all mixed up. So 575 millilitres of Lennox Pro, a full watering can full of pond water. The watering can was clean, but I've just obviously dumped it in the pond, so there are a couple of bitty bobs floating around in there, but it's all pond water from my that'll do. Plenty, yep, ideal. As I said, it's not normal that I generally mix up this amount. Drill's working, good. Maybe I'll slow that down to the slower setting, at least to start off with. Oh yeah, this certainly beats R-Mate, doesn't it? I've seen quite a few people on YouTube mixing their Lernexes and other powders like this, clays as well. Just quite lucky that I've recently bought a new blade for mixing things. I think this is the first time it's ever been used, so I might actually keep this blade now, this mixing blade, for the pond, and buy a new one for work. How are we looking? Yeah, it mixes it quite well, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to mix this for a couple more minutes, and then we'll chuck it in the pond, so I'll snap back to you in a second. Right, there you go, that is as mixed up as it's going to get. So now what we've got to do is evenly distribute it around the pond. Now I know some instructions tell you to do it over the course of an hour. I just literally get it in there. The quicker it's in there, the quicker it starts to work. And in my opinion, I've heard it on other people's channels, I think even Ricky himself said that the second it starts hitting the water, it starts you know, losing its power basically. So the quicker it all gets in my opinion, the quicker it will start to work. So I'm going to snap back to you once I've set the camera up and getting ready to pour it around the pond. Right, so I've got you in widescreen. I'm going to start distributing this around the pond. Start at the back. And the last bit can go in front of the filters and the returns. bucket a quick swirl around with a bit more pond water. This is how I get my pond water, straight out the back of the shower. At least I know it's good filtered water then, isn't it? Quick swirl around. That's all gone out of there, so that's now in the pond. So next job, snap back to you in a bizzle. So note to self, next time I do this, prepare the drum first. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bypass the drum by taking one of the screens out. The reason being is before I'd even opened the drum, the cleaning cycle went off and started taking the Lernix out, which obviously we don't want none of that. So I'm going to just bypass the drum for now. So bear with me, I'll try and get one of the screens out. There we go. It's as easy as that. Get the screen out, put the screen in the water, and that is now the drum bypassed. Obviously it's going to get murky at the pond a little bit. I'll leave the screen in here actually. Get the lid back on. It shouldn't need cleaning anymore now because that's bypassing the drum. If it does try and run a clean cycle at any point, then I will just take another one of the screens out. That should be good now. I'll leave the drum off actually for a little while so it doesn't try and run a clean cycle. I've just turned it off at the minute because, as I say, it was trying to do a clean and take the Lernix out already. We don't want none of that. So yeah, I'll leave it like that. I'll check on it again in about 10-15 minutes and see if the water level's starting to drop. If not, I'll leave it as it is. If it is, then I'll take another screen out. Simple as that. So I will snap back to you all in a bizzle. Yeah, I also forgot to mention that I know some people don't do it, but on the instructions it does say to turn your UV off. So I follow the instructions and turn the UV off. But the way I'm going to treat these flukes is the same way I treated them last time, which was by the, I can't remember his name now, but the koi doctor that was on Ricky's channel once upon a time. Not sure that video's still on Ricky's channel for reasons, and I can understand why, but he said that the way he does it, and he's a fish doctor, he puts in a full dose on day 1, a half dose on day 2, and a half dose on day 3, and then repeats that if necessary in a week. I did that last time I had flukes when the bigger fish were in the blue vat, and yeah, that worked an absolute treat. Every time I'd scraped one since then, up until this point, I hadn't found a single fluke. So I'm going to do the same. I've got just about enough Lernix to do that, I think. I've obviously full dose today. I know I've got enough for another half dose, but day 3 might only be a third dose, probably. I don't know. We'll see how much is left in the bottle, but I'm hoping I can get 3 doses, because I had a bit of a bottle left over myself. It just wasn't enough for a full treatment, and it was about 3/4 of the treatment. So I've used up that bottle and then topped it up with the new bottle that was the bottle that had came with my order from Daz today. That's now in there. Let's have a look at the fishies, see how they're behaving and doing. Spin you around. Yeah, they're not all up at the window, so they're not as happy as they normally are, because normally if I'm stood here, they're obviously all pestering me at the window saying food, no. But they've had a fair bit of food today. Obviously when the guys were here earlier, they got fed 2 or 3 times during that couple of hours. But it is up to 23 degrees in there at the minute. It was 22 this morning. It was 23 yesterday, but obviously the temperatures overnight at the minute are a lot colder than they once was. So yeah, it's been dropping down to sort of 22 during the day, and then getting back up to 23 in the evening. I've just checked the weather forecast as well. They reckon it's going to be where we are here in Peterborough. Another nice day for most of the day tomorrow. We're not going to get our showers till very late tomorrow afternoon, early evening time. So yeah, fingers crossed it does and it stays nice and warm for them. But, yeah, the time currently is 5 to 5, and so I'll do it. It's been in about 10 minutes now, so yeah, I'll do it same half dose, same time again tomorrow. Not seeing much flicking and flashing, but the little Jinrin Shiro Tsuri, he's certainly having a good scratch down there at the back. I don't know if you guys saw it there. But yeah, it's certainly a lot cloudier now. It's been a bit particly today, which is unusual for my pond. Ever since it's cleaned up, I know you guys obviously have only just recently seen it cleaned up, but I don't know, maybe it's just the amount of food I'm putting in is not letting the filters clean it quick enough. But yeah, 23 degrees with 27 fish. They are going through it, which is why obviously 2 more bags of Saki Akari has just arrived from Skegness Pond Supplies and Daz. That was one of my orders. You all saw on a video the other day that pigeons in the Japanese garden. Yeah, you all saw the other day that I just picked this big old bag of food up of 2 mil Tosai grower. Obviously that's not for the main pond. Them ones are all still for the main pond. I've got Saki Akari, not Saki Akari, normal Hikari staple. I've got a 3 mil premium growth. That's still all the fry food. But yeah, in both of these tubs down here, this is the last bit of the grower that I've got left right at the bottom of that tub. Yes, it's not a sealed tub, but there's literally enough for a couple more days left in there. This one on the other hand is a sealed tub, that is still pretty darn full, and that's for the main pond anyway. That is all in this one. What is it? It's the aqua sauce, my good old aqua sauce, all seasons with garlic, mixed with a tiny bit of grower that is currently in that one. So if I grab a handful, you'll probably see that there's some smaller pellets in there as well, which is the high protein grower food mixed in with the all seasons. So that's their main staple diet, but they now do get quite a bit of sake as well. As you all know, I just do a sort of an even mix between it all, just to save on the pennies. As I say, I'm not in it for show winning fish. I buy a fish that I like, and as long as they're fit and healthy, I'm happy. So as long as I keep them fit and healthy, which is why I've started adding a bit of the old sake balance to their food, and they've put on weight since adding it, that's for sure. I haven't really noticed a great deal. Actually, the one I've been feeding lately actually is the colour food. I think the one I've just got from Daz is the balance, but this colour one that I've started adding in, I think, yeah, colour enhancing. Yeah, I haven't really noticed any difference to the colours of the fish since adding that into their diet. Maybe if that was their main diet, I might have seen a bit more, but they're happy, they're healthy, other than a bit of fluke. There weren't shed loads of flukes on them, but it's the only thing I can put it down to, because I mean, I've scraped 3 fish and found 2 fluke. One on one on the other, and the other I didn't find any. Doesn't mean to say there wasn't any there, but I didn't find any. But you can certainly see, well, I can certainly see the little Shiro Tsuri type looking one at the back there keeps flicking or flashing along the back, and his fins are proper flapping. Didn't get that one out, mind you, but he hasn't been the worst culprit for it. But yeah, so I can only put it down to that. They can't find any other parasites. Not done a PP dose as a prep this time round, but we'll see how we go. Once the 3 days are up, so half dose tomorrow and half dose the next day. Once that's up, give it 3 or 4 days, and then check them, see if there's any alive and kicking ones, because if they're not dead by then it obviously hasn't worked. And if that is the case, then I'll probably do a quick PP treatment before we do it again in 7 days time. But just got to get a bit more Learnix Pro for that one. It's, yeah, it's a bit out of stock in places at the minute, but I'll get some, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. As you saw, I had some lovely visitors this morning. Daz from Skeggy Pond, Phil from Telford Koi Pond, and Adi the Koi Keeper from Adi the Koi Keeper. Yeah, it was great to see him. Adi's done me a massive solid, as I think I showed you earlier. Yeah, I did. The trickle tower that he picked up for me from Davey the Country Koi Bloke. Thanks, Davey. I've just had a good look around it, and it looks like a good bit of kit. So I'll get that set up, hopefully for the next video. And I don't know whether I did show you guys. I'll quickly spin you around. But yeah, he's got me, I think I did actually, but he's got me all this polycarbonate there, and that's going to go up on that roof there instead of them bits of wood that I've still not fixed down yet. So that's pretty good. My drill's just drying over there. So yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a very good day. Let's say they went to Steve from Cat and Eyes before me, and then they're off to well, I might as well tell you, because their videos will be well out before mine. They then shot up to Mr. Righty, Terry, and gonna have a look around his impressive setup. So yeah, all in all, a good day, and once I've got rid of these flukes, I'll be happy as well. So yeah, thanks all for watching. I hope I have earned your subscription today. If not, I'll try harder on the next one. Catch you then.